Yeah, definitely just trying to see how we unload. Obviously, a couple like rules package change and a little bit of repave. So really just trying to evaluate where we're at and go from there.
One thing we heard from Phoenix, obviously I know it's completely different, but similar rules package, was that the car was a little bit more comfortable getting sideways. Do you feel like that can translate here, and do you feel like that plays more or less into your wheelhouse?
I'm curious on how it's going to translate here. I think some of that at Phoenix might have been the tires, so it'll just be interesting to see if that does kind of happen here as well. But yeah, I mean, I hope so. I feel like that kind of makes the racing better for everybody. So yeah, looking forward to getting on track.
Speaking of tires, last week at Bristol, obviously there's maybe a little bit too much wear, but do you think there's kind of that perfect medium where there's still wear, but you can still push your stuff and not just have to ride around? Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think I love tire management races. I feel like it's something that I excel at, and obviously we did last week, but you know, being able to run a little harder would be nice too. So just trying to find a way to manage that. I don't think people probably realize how easy we were running to make the tires last, but at the same time, you know, it did make for a great race and something really interesting. So I loved it. I think you know, obviously there's a perfect medium, but it was good to see for sure.
Coming off Phoenix with a new package and going into Richmond, can you predict what might happen there? I mean, we got two short tracks going back to back there in Martinsville.
Yeah, I mean, Richmond's kind of always been its own really slick, really tough to get a hold of racetrack. So be interesting to see how the package affects that and how it affects the racing. But Richmond has always been kind of tough for its own reasons.
And your season so far, 5 races in, it's hard to get data points, obviously, but do you have anywhere you need to improve, or what your thoughts are? What grade did you give?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is just need to qualify better. You know, we've had ups and downs, but qualifying's kind of consistently been a down. So if we can just, like, I mean, here we've qualified well pretty much every year we run here, especially the last two, and run really well here as well. So I feel like this is a good kind of measuring stick of where we're at as a race team, because obviously, like history says, we've been able to get it done here. So yeah, it'll just be interesting to see how today goes.
Chase was in the booth last year watching the race. He said the restarts were embarrassing.
Oh, for sure.
So your thoughts going into the changes they made here?
Yeah, I mean, I think hopefully it makes it better, right? That's what we're all trying to accomplish. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Obviously, we don't know until we do it, but I think it will help for sure.
How do you manage the balance of the S's, the track limits, trying to maximize that lap time, but also trying to not risk that penalty?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think for the most part, when you miss it and get a penalty, it's because you missed the corner before and you messed up your lap, and now you're getting a penalty. I do feel like the penalty is probably a little steep for the situation. Lap time deletion I get, but the pass-through penalty stuff is a little tough for how that works. Like, typically it's because you get loose the corner before and then you kind of slide over the curb, but at the same time we've all got the same set of rules to work with. It is a little difficult to tell sometimes, just as hard as it is to see and as close as the margins are, because obviously there is some speed with kind of maximizing that cut. But yeah, I mean, the S's have been a strength of ours over the last couple of years, and hopefully that continues.
We also got the return to stage cautions this year. Is that something you're in favor of, or did you prefer last year where there weren't any?
I mean, last year we had so many cautions at the end of the race anyway, but yeah, I was all for not having stage cautions, but obviously they're back, so we're here for it.
Okay, and then for COTA itself, is this a track you enjoy racing at, going to? Would you like to keep seeing this on the schedule every year?
Yeah, I mean, obviously with how we've run here, it's been enjoyable over the last couple of years, so hopefully it sticks around. It's a great place and a really cool racetrack.
Thank you.
This is Harrison Burton, driver the number 21. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, check out one of these two videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.